Hello, it's a privilege to come your way today. My name is Christopher Odbebo, and today I will be talking on the power of focus. The power of focus. And the anchor text is in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 25 to 26. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25 to 26. The Bible says, let your eyes look straight ahead and your eyelids look right before you. Ponder the path of your feet and let all your ways be established. The power of focus. Now, in the world that we live in, one word that is often glorified is the word hustle. Whether on social media, in conversation, and even self-help gurus, motivational speaker, the word that seems to be giving the highest virtue is the word hustle. You meet someone now and you ask him, oh, what are you doing? And the person will tell you, oh, we are hustling, without giving specific emphasis with respect to what they are doing. But the truth is that hustling is not enough, because hustling without focus and alignment will lead to frustration. It will lead to burnout, and ultimately it will lead to fruitless labor. So there is a deeper and more effective way to live, to be able to have result. And this is alignment. Alignment that will be achieved through focus. So whether you are a student that is trying to make sense of his or her future, or you are a business executive climbing the corporate ladder, or you are a pastor that is stewarding souls, or you are an entrepreneur that is striving to break even, or you are a civil servant that is pushing through bureaucracy, you don't just need to hustle. You don't need to focus on hustle. You need to focus on getting aligned. Don't focus on hustle, rather focus on alignment. And I will begin by defining focus. So what does focus mean? Focus is basically the ability to concentrate your energy, to concentrate your attention, to concentrate your time, to concentrate your resources on the things that truly matters. And let me interject at this point with a question. What are the things that truly matters? How do you know the things that truly matters? Those things that align with your purpose, those things that align with your values, things that align with your divine assignment, they are the things that truly matters. Because when you focus on them, you become more productive. As a matter of fact, focus is the bridge that connects purpose to productivity. So if you have a purpose that you are pursuing, what will ensure that you move beyond having the purpose to being productive at ease is the power of focus. So because there's so much talk between hustling, I now want to give emphasis to trying to differentiate what does hustling mean and what does alignment mean, doing a comparison of both of them. What is the difference between hustling and alignment? You see, both of them involve channeling your energy towards something. So hustling is working hard, frantically working hard to achieve success. Alignment, on the other hand, involves working with clarity. Clarity that is synchronized with purpose and divine timing. Not just to be working hard, but there is a purpose for the work you are doing. And there is also timing mixed with the purpose of the work you are doing. Another reason is that hustling is more associated with survival and ambition. Hustling is more associated with survival and ambition, while alignment is driven by purpose, is driven by strategy, and driven by divine guidance. And that's why an hustler is into many things at the same time. Another thing that differentiates between hustling and alignment is hustling, even from the way its name sounds, is fast. And so sometimes hustling can be chaotic. and then can also be what can be reactive, can be, it's chaotic here and there. But alignment is calm, alignment is strategic. Hustling produces temporary gain, and if care is not taken, there will be potential burnout because a lot is done. You are seeing the gain, but some of those gains are temporary, they will not last. But when you compare this to alignment, alignment gives lasting peace, gives lasting impact, and brings fulfillment. You see, the hustler may build many things, but there is no foundation for them. The one who is aligned may build just one thing, but that one thing which he puts energy and resources to build will last long. They will stand the test of time because they are deeply rooted. They are deeply rooted. When you look at the book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 38 to 42, Luke chapter 10, 38 to 42, you have a very instructive story there about alignment, about focus. Jesus had gone to visit his friends, Mary and Martha. His hostess, that's the two of them, Mary and Martha, they received him well. Now, Martha got engrossed with doing many things, and these things were good things, trying to make Jesus Christ, their guest, to be comfortable so that he would enjoy his stay there. On the other hand, her sister Mary, she chose the path of alignment. She sat down at Jesus' feet to learn and to draw insight from the things she was saying. And Jesus Christ had to draw our sister's attention that what Mary has done, she has chosen the path that you should be doing. I know you are here and there trying to get things done for me to be comfortable, but this part of listening, this part of focus, this part of concentration will give you more than being here and there, being everywhere, jumping. Mm-mm. Because the truth is that hustling produces noise, while alignment produces insight. Consider the woman Florence Nightingale. She wasn't just working hard, she was equally working on purpose. And because of that, our alignment with our calling to heal, to care for the people, battered the modern day nursing profession. She worked strategically and not chaotically. So it's not by being everywhere at the same time. You can't achieve result that way. So why do people also and not alignment? Why do people pursue hustling and not alignment? The first reason why people hustle without getting aligned is because in the first place, there is no clarity. There is lack of clarity, clarity of purpose. And because there is no clarity, people find themselves doing several things simultaneously just to show that they are busy, just to go with the flow. And the truth is that no one is called to do everything. In fact, no one is called to do several things. No one is called to do several things at the same time. No. And let me ask a funny question. Have you charged your phone with what they call in this part of the world multiple charger? If you have charged your phone with multiple charger, it actually has an adapter, and then you have several cables from it that you can use to charge different phones with different designs of charging point. I've had that experience. And from my experience, I can say a few things. One of them is that when you use those multiple charger to charge your phone, one is that it will take a long while for the phone to charge. But when you use your own phone, your own charger, the charger that came with the phone to charge the phone, the charging will be normal, it will be faster. The second reason I also note, second thing I note in using this multiple charger is that if by the time it charges your phone and then you see the charging bar had already filled up and shows you 100%, by the time you pick that phone and you're now using it to make calls, to communicate, to chat, to test, to watch video, the battery, those bar will drain faster. But if you are charged with your own phone, the charger of your phone, the bar will not drain faster. like when you are using multiple charger. The third thing I also observe is that if you keep using this multiple charger to charge your phone, you are risking that phone and you are going to damage the battery on the long run. The likelihood of the phone getting damaged quickly is there. The likelihood of the battery getting spoiled is there. But if you are using the charger that came with the phone by itself to do it, you will not have those challenges. So what message is that passing across to you? That when people claim that they can do many things, or when they are doing several things altogether, they will not be as effective as when they do just one thing. Just one thing. So you too may have interest in several things, and you may want to also them and run things like they say, but you would only weary yourself. You would dissipate energy here and there with very minimal result. Truth be told, as you rise in life, for the purpose of effectiveness and efficiency, your focus should be narrower. Your focus should be narrower. Let me give you another example. As you move from primary school up to secondary school, up to college or the university, you would observe that the number of subjects you would do while studying vis-a-vis the subject you will finally be examined on will be different. In primary school, you could do like 18 subjects, as the case may be, or 15 subjects. But when you are doing your common entrance, you would only be examined on maybe 6 subjects: mathematics, English, QR, VR, general paper, the general knowledge, as the case may be. Now, when you enter secondary school too, from JS1 to JS3, you will do several subjects too. But when you're going to be writing your basic Becker exam, you do mathematics, you will do English, you will do BST, general paper. Maybe about 6 or 7 of them, or so, as the case may be. As the case may be. So you see that you have just very few things to do, as the case may be there. So what is that telling you? That as you grow, your focus will be different. As you grow, the focus should get narrower for you to be able to achieve result. Now, what about when you now move into college? By the time you are going to be finishing with your bachelor's degree, equally you will be having a BSc in a particular area, irrespective of the subject you did, the course subject, the elective, your subject combination notwithstanding, you would be graduating and having a first degree in a particular area. Now, when you move to your master's level, the number of courses you will take will also reduce. You now have a master's in so and so. When you even do your PhD will be in a particular area. Then your research interest will be in a particular area. You now see that you are going narrower, narrower. The purpose of that is to help you to get more focus. That's why in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 22b in particular, Jesus Christ said, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. If your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. Now, nobody has a single eye. Everyone, by God, is created with 2 eyes. But when he said, if your eye be single, he said, when you now let these 2 eyes focus on one thing and concentrate your energy on that thing, if your eye be single, your whole body, signifying your life there, he said will be full of light. So if you can be single-eyed, if you can focus on one thing, your body, your life, everything around you will be full of light. Light there represent positive result. Life there represent impact. So if you want to make impact, if you want to have positive result, if you want to be known, if you want to fulfill purpose, you need to learn to focus your attention on one thing. Concentrate your energy, concentrate your resources on one thing. That is the way to go. Another reason why people also without alignment is basically because they are into the game of comparison, comparing themselves with other people, not knowing that what the other person is doing maybe is lying. And the person will just leave what he is doing and start comparing himself with another person. So if you are still engaged in comparison, you are actually losing focus. And that's actually what the enemy wants you to do, to lose focus. Because once he can get you distracted, he has successfully taken you off path. Another reason why people also, without pursuing alignment, is the fear of missing out. They want to do everything at the same time. They want to touch everything at the same time. They want to get result here, get result there, get this result here, and you can't have it all. You can't have it all. In fact, for you to be effective, you need to be selective. For you to be effective, you need to be selective. Another reason why people end up hustling and not pursuing alignment is because they want to belong. External pressure. The truth is that if you really want to achieve and become all that you are meant to be, you need to learn to be focused. You need to be learn to be a man or a woman of one eye, irrespective of the distraction, irrespective of the attraction. Focus on where you are going. Of course, because you are focused, you are going to miss out some things, but the end will justify the means. Now, how do you achieve alignment? What do you do to move from being an hustler to being the one who is aligned? The first thing is you need to clarify your purpose. You need to know exactly what it is that you are called to do. No one is a jack of all trade. There is no jack of all trade who became master of all. Anyone who is a jack of all trade will becoming a master of none of them. If you are chasing two things at the same time, if you are not careful, you are going to lose both of them. So concentrate your energy on one of them. So, having clarified your purpose, the next thing you need to do is to prioritize daily. Know what constitutes distractions for you and avoid them. What distracts me as an individual may be what inspires another. So you need to know yourself and know what can distract you and avoid them at all cost. Because you actually have one life to live and you are only given one chance at life to make the most of it. So avoid anything called distraction. As a matter of fact, cut them off. Anything that distracts you, cut them off. Now, the third thing you now need to do is you have to now align with your strengths and your gifts. Align, you want to become focused, you want to achieve what God has ordained for you. You know your strength, you know your gift. Align with them, identify with them, because your lane is where your strength meets opportunity and where opportunity meets purpose. You also need to associate with people who are focused so that they can inspire you to remain focused. If you associate with people who are hustling, they will only fuel your anxiety. But if you associate with people who are aligned, they will fuel your clarity. It's as simple as that. Then you also need to have a means of tracking your progress. Ask questions. Check the things you have set your heart to do, the things you have determined to do. Have people that you can reason with, that can inspire you, that can call you to order when you are veering off. Because it's not about how much you are doing, it's really about how much you have done, how well you have aligned with destiny. It's not about how much you are doing, it's about how far you have gone in aligning with destiny. So I'm asking you today to write out three things that are your life goals. There could be several of them that you have, but just pick three of them that you focus on. And then ask God for clarity, because it's not just to know the things that you feel are your life's goal. You need to ask God for clarity, because you need God to be able to navigate the murky waters of life. Then, having done that, then seek counsels from veterans, people that will be able to give you godly counsel on what to do, what is the next step, and how to move on. Then anything that will be noise, eliminate them. Know that you cannot be everywhere. You cannot be in every event. You cannot be in every program. You cannot honor every invitation. You cannot meet every need. You cannot satisfy everyone. So just identify what is your lane Identify what is your passion, identify what is your giftings, and follow through. Because when you focus your energy on one goal and you keep at it, you will become fulfilled and become all that God has ordained you to be. Don't forget, focus on being aligned, not just being a hustler. Thank you, and God bless you.